Hey mate, I want to get this saw off the bench. It's not performing the way it should be. I replaced the external coil up here, but I didn't replace the original one because the new one didn't fit. So I'll try to make that fit. I'll show you a video how this performs. It runs, it revs, but it didn't cut with power. It doesn't want to. I think advanced. The time it's just dull. It's just doughy, and I think it's to do with that coil. But all you can do is test if some part doesn't work. Swap it over. If you swap it over, it works. You know you do the right stuff. But being a cheap saw, it's just weird. It's been poured. It's a good compression, all that. It just doesn't want to run fast. I replaced the spark plug. I put a new carby. It's actually a new carby. Old parts I found somewhere, but new, and it just doesn't want to perform. So I'll change this thing and we'll see if we go outside and I'll cut then. It's a new resharp chain. I'll clean my bench off so I can work on this thing. But yeah, I wanted to run it good. Right, got the bench completely, or not completely, but mostly cleaned up, so I can do some work, and I'll see what's going on. The coil, it can make. Last time I did this, guys, it bolted on, but didn't fit. The flywheel was just too tight, so then I had to modify the hole on the clutch. The coil, just so I got enough room to clearance between the flywheel and the coil. So I can see you see if that's a problem. Alright, let's do it. Okay, last time I replaced the exciter there, the butt there, and no problems really at all. I tried to replace the coil. The problem was that coil would hit the flywheel. So I've got the new one here, which would the new one wouldn't fit. Just kissing just there. But looking at it, I don't think it'll worry me if I make the hole slightly bigger up here. Just try to be bigger, so I can angle the thing. Put it on, angle up away from the flywheel. Because that's not doing that, it doesn't pick up the magnets or anything like that. It just has to be in the right spot. It's just, you look this here, it's so close. Put the light on. It's just so close to that, pick up there. There's no magnet activates that. This activated here activates that. So I'm thinking something's gone wrong with this thing. And I was going to replace it last time, but I couldn't get the fit. So the other problem I have with this one, the bolt up here, this is why I haven't done it too. That bolt there, it's stripped. The original one, so I put a new bolt in there and put Loctite in that. So I don't know how I'm going to go get that out. But you see Loctite, and I put a nut at the back to make sure she wouldn't come out. But don't know how I'm going to go. Pulling it all apart. I think it's a 7mm nut on top there. But I'll try and get it out. I'll swap it over and see if she goes. Pull off there. Get ready. And pull it apart. All the cops are coming. I can hear the coppers. But then it'll be replaced. There'll be new carby, new coil, or new exciter, new coil, ported motor. It should run probably. All I have to do now is do a muffler mod. And I also managed to get my hand on from John Jono a brand new brake flag. So, yep, I'm happy with that. It costs $22, which is more than the saw is. I got the saw given me for free. But I wanted to go and good and just so I know how it feels. Alright. Well, oh wow, that came off easily. I was happy with that, guys. It's just, there's the old one. This one, and it came off the Loctite and hang on to it, so that's the old one. You can't really tell the difference. The hole there, the top of the hole. So I've made the hole slightly bigger on the new one. So I'm both there. Angle away from the flywheel too. Like that. Why is it in the road to you guys can't see? It'll be right. It goes like that. Angle just away from the flywheel, just trying to adjust it. Before I was hitting the flywheel and I couldn't turn it over. So I'll put this back together with Loctite. I've got to find the nuts on the back of here. Oh, there's there. I found the nut. Magnet. There you go. I was worried about that. Didn't know where that went. I thought it'd be stuck somewhere in the flywheel, but it's good. So I'll get that on, I'll show you a sec. I haven't tightened it up, I'll show you. It's how close is the flywheel. Pretty close. But that's just far I can move it. Where it's sitting was like that. I'll push that down. It's hitting like that. So you try and turn the motor over, let it hit. Now it's not there to pick up the magnet, so I can afford to move that up a bit. Like that, just so it's clearance. Gonna keep cool. So I'll leave like that and tighten her up and see she goes. Let's see if she starts. And I'm going to put it together as you see. So missed air fuel and top cover. But I just want to know if she'll fire up. It should. It starts really easy for what this thing is. These are better air filter though. But the air filter sucks on these. That's the air filter. Terrible. But, yeah, beggars can't be treated. Cheap out store, I saw that I was fine curious and why they do what they do and want to know what copy they're of, what sort they're meant to be. Right, see what we do. Go on. Now he's not going to start at all. Okay, what's going on here? That's on. Why is it all on? Why is it not kicking? I'll choke him in the Phil! There you go. No choke, kids. Kill kids. People, girls. Fellas, no choke. Straight away, it's completely changed its note. It's really fat and low. You go blip, blip, blip. Too much on the low and way too much on the high. That coil, well, the coil has changed the way the thing is, so I'll put the rest of it back together and we'll go outside. Just waiting for my phone to charge up because it's getting late in the afternoon, but I want to know if this thing pulls to me now. That sound is completely different. Other coil, here's the old coil. I'm throwing that in the bin, but it's probably served its life for a long time, but I'll pull that heat part there off. Always keep it stuff you can. Like pull that heat coating off. Well, they always come handy somewhere when you start modifying things. Take it off the spark plug tip. I get it off my fingers without hurting my fingernails. Come on. Good springs. Very good spring. And that should come out like that. I'll keep that. Keep the boot and keep the heat shield. That should have fall away. Alright, let's go outside. Alright, while I've got this saw here, I might as well tune it on the bench because the fact of the matter is, the screws to the carby here, there as you see, I can get my screwdriver on there. So I'll warm her up and I'll just make a few adjustments to what I think it might be. A big cat hair, that big cat hair. So it sounds good. The choke lever doesn't fall if there's one, it stays on the saw. Nothing comes loose. There's a lot of sawdust and crap down here, but being my saw, I don't care. Most of that there's oily stuff, so it should stick there. So top cover's on, all the rest is on, so I'll start her up and I'll warm her up, guys. I'll bring you back once warmed up. Let's try and make it happier. Slow jet. She sounds like she's got legs now, and before it wasn't revving out the full revs over that coil. So I'll put this back together, it's a pretty simple thing. Plate the base, goes like that. I put that. Air filler, cheap ass thing. It should have a gasket just here, don't gasket. They're paper one, but no one makes them, they're old. About 10 years old thing. You guys I know have these saws, but they're all the numbers. There's a 76, there's a 72, 82. The numbers mean nothing, guys. Just a saw, it's a disc piston, a dome piston. So I plan to take this down a wood yard one day, but they want to know, have I fixed the issue on this thing? Oh, give me a hand and then we'll go outside and do a couple of cuts in the same log. Alright, let's do it. I haven't started since I was in the shed, so it is what it is. But I'll see if she pulls. I hope she will. I'm not going to do too many cuts, guys. It's late in the afternoon. But I might have to adjust the high. Might need more fuel than you know yet. And my thoughts are, it's a bigger muffler. It's restricted too much. You hear it want to go, but I'll do a muffler more than that. Not tonight, but I'll do it soon. And I'll take the wood out and give it a go, because I think now it just completely changed the way thing is. You see the smoke pouring out the muffler and that was cutting, it wants to go. But it's really, I haven't done no work with this at all because it hasn't run properly. So we'll see you soon in the wood yard. Alright guys, over and out. Awesome, thanks for watching. I'm back. I leaned out the high big time. Revved it up in the shed. It sounds good, so one last time. Right, one last go, guys. If you look at that muffler there, it is so blocked up. 3 little cuts in the baffle inside that. It can't let the exhaust out. The little things these saws are like when they're brand new. And being poured, it should rip its head off it. I can't get to rip it any higher than that. And it's all that muffler. So, not sure what muffler would fit this, but I think that thing in. Put a pipe through here somewhere. Through the baffle inside, so I've got a big horn. I'll do a big Josh muffler thing, big hollow here. So that'll make it work though. But yep, she's ready to go, guys. Ready to go. I know, guys. It's one of those videos that if you've got this far, watch this much, I appreciate it. It's just one of those things. I pulled the nut off the flywheel, and that is 16mm or 5/8, so it's a weird size. Don't know why. There's a spring washer underneath that. Then I tap it off, and the good thing about this flywheel, there's a keyway in there, so I adjust the keyway. I've got key up here somewhere. These keyways here, one of them's got adjust the time already, I think. But they're different sizes too, so one for steel, one's, yeah, well, I'll adjust it. So I'm going to put that, I'd say about 70 degrees, or more than that maybe. It's like, normally it's a real low compression saw, and it's still really low compression. All of them is a base gets it delete. So maybe it's something to do with that, but I still really want to know. I can't do shit. Get that off and adjust the time on that. About 70 degrees, something like that. Well, there you go. There's a good view of the flywheel off. And stupid me, I forgot to put the nut on the crank case, crank I should say, and get a whack of the hammer, and the flywheel came straight off. I did bend the thread there just a tiny bit, but she goes on there and that's self there. Lucky, I should have left the nut in there. I pulled the nut off because there's a spring washer. So the spring washer was taking up room. I thought I'll pull it off, put the nut back on, and there'll be room for the flywheel to pop up when you undo it. But yep, lucky for me, I got it back on too. I don't know a minute ago. It's a bit tight, but it goes back on there. So back on. I have to use the impact drive back on, but it's as I said, it's my saw. It's still got Loctite actually on the nut. So it will go on though. I've tried it already. Is that on? No. It's hard to do if you guys see the camera. Turn it over maybe. But trust me, it doesn't go back on. So there's back on there. Go on there, Michael. Yeah, there it is there. So it's back on. I blew it up with the impact driver, which is fine though. It's a weird size nut and a wire 16mm. Yeah, base gas to delete. There's not much. That's I only do about 7 or 8 degrees, something like that. There's the wood rough key for it. Real thick thing. Real thick one. Get these ones up here. Put that one there. That's pretty thick. That's your wire. Oh yeah, odd one too. Look at the size of that. It's like thicker than that one. It is thicker. So I know why they're making it so thick. I could probably put this one here back in there and let it hang on and advance the time, but I don't do mine. I'll grind that back and I'll put that on the floor. I'll show you how much adjustment on the timing now. Like that cooling thing there with the edge extra there, the box. That's pressure fretchy metal there. That's advanced, so how much? I could go more, but I'm not sure how the saw will perform. The keyway is very fat, so that's back to. Where's my pointer? Pointer. That edge there, line it up with that cooling thing there. That back to factory metal on the keyway. That's how much I move. So I'd say about 5 to 7 degrees, something like that. But I'll adjust that to work back here. So the coil will get to the magnet on the flywheel will get to the coil and stuff sooner. Because that way I should have advanced. Now I think what's going on with this thing here, low compression, which I've already said. It's got way more fuel and stuff than it normally would have, more air and all that. And if the fuel isn't being ignited sooner, it's being wasted out the muffler and not being burnt, not getting power. So this should wake her up by giving most saws like a bit of extra timing on the time wheel, on the flywheel. But this one here would be designed to just start, run and cut, not perform because it's very cheap. But I think this will wake it up. I'll lock this thing down and I'll start her up and see what she sounds like. Let's see what she sounds like. I know what she does. I thought I'll start it up as soon as I get it together. I'm doing it, go outside. It's starting to get dark and neighbours will get annoyed. Don't have annoyed neighbours. It doesn't annoy me. But we'll see. I'll do it a bit more. Just want to hear what she sounds like. Maybe tune the cubby just a tiny bit. But it will change. We'll do it time all that. Or it might go bang. Who knows? Just check the cubby screws. And see what she sounds like now. She's still a little bit warm, so probably no choke. Fast idle. Probably nothing there. So she's on. So she starts like. Might kick back too. Way better. Okay, what you need now, muffler mod, you go to the woodyard. She's not letting the exhaust out, the exhaust where it should be. But yeah, I'm happy with that. You can hear it's just changed its note. It performed a bit better. But in all respect, it's just a cheap ass plaything, which I got for nothing. Which I've paid money on for this parts. Coils, it's cost me money, but it's a cheap ass toy. So it's a toy. A Chinese toy. But I enjoy stuff like this. Maybe depressed lately working on the big NETEC. The NETEC's got stuff going for it. The NETEC NH8 120 was the big girl for the Klein 31. Yeah, 3120 Klein. I've got the new flywheel coming. I've got new seals to go in the crank shaft for the new tech. And what it was, when I did a basic exit delete on the new tech, the flywheel rod just on the cylinder. So I moved some of the cylinder to allow the flywheel past the cylinder. But you can tell it's in really super thin. Now that's the second new tech I've done. The first one, no problem at all. So I had to remove a bit of the fletching and casting marks off the flywheel. While doing that, the flywheel vibrates, something vibrates through the saw. And I've lightened the piston a little bit, not much. And it shouldn't vibrate the way it is. And I thought to myself, it must be the flywheel, so I used to do Paul, and Paul's good about it because he wants a reliable saw. I bought a new flywheel that's coming from China and some other parts and gaskets and stuff. Because it doesn't have a gasket between the air horn, I think they call it, and the carby. So I put motor seal there, but I've got gasket for that, bought a couple of them. Just little things like that on a button up. I've got a new coil coming for his NeTech, the 272 coil. I think there's something wrong with that coil on that saw, so I have a new one of those there coming too. New stop button, just make sure everything runs the way it should be. But new things come out, guys, so if you watch this far, I appreciate your time. Alright, guys, over and out. Thank you for watching. That's it, at the end.